If a woman takes your P3NIS in her mouth, it means something far deeper than the surface act. Too many people treat intimacy as if it's just a physical exchange, a quick rush of pleasure, or a moment of desire that burns out as fast as it lights up. But when you slow down and truly think about what's happening in that moment, you'll realize it's not just about bodies connecting. It's about trust, vulnerability, and emotional surrender. A woman doesn't do that lightly. For her, it isn't simply about pleasing, it's about opening herself in a way that speaks louder than words ever could. Think about the very nature of it. She is taking the most private part of you into the most sensitive part of her. That's not casual, that's not shallow, that's not empty, that's a choice. A conscious decision that says, I feel safe enough with you. I feel connected enough with you. I trust you enough to let go of control and share this space with you. That act is layered with meaning, and if you don't pause to understand it, you'll miss the depth of what's being offered. At its core, intimacy is not about mechanics, it's about energy. When a woman goes that far, it's her way of saying she's comfortable in your presence. She doesn't feel judged, and she can reveal a side of herself that not everyone gets to see. This is why it's dangerous to reduce it to just a physical performance. When you look at it that way, you strip away the heart of what it represents. A woman giving that to you is giving more than her body. She's giving you a part of her confidence, her comfort, and her vulnerability. There's a level of trust that has to be present for her to even want to engage in that act, because let's be honest, it's not something she does for everyone. It's not about biology, it's about intimacy. She must feel a certain level of closeness with you, a certain assurance that her gesture will be appreciated, respected, and held with maturity. That trust is fragile, mishandle it and it breaks. Handle it well, and it deepens the connection between you two in ways that words alone can't describe. When a woman does this, it's not only about pleasure, it's also about giving. It's her way of showing you that she is invested in your happiness, that she's willing to take a step that requires her to be both bold and vulnerable at the same time. That's not easy, that's not trivial. That's not meaningless, it's layered with intent, and the intent is this. I want to show you that I value this bond, that I trust you, and that I can be fully open with you. This is where a lot of men miss the depth. They take the act, they enjoy the moment, but they don't stop to recognize what it symbolizes. They fail to see that it's not just something she does, it's something she chooses. And with that choice comes a silent message. I see you, I respect you, and I'm letting you into a place where not everyone is allowed. That's a privilege, not a right. It's not something you're entitled to. It's something she grants when she feels safe, when she feels loved, when she feels understood. When you begin to see it through that lens, everything changes. You stop treating it as a casual favor and start treating it as the gift that it really is. You begin to hold more appreciation for her courage because, yes, it does take courage, courage to trust, courage to give, courage to be that vulnerable with you. And when a woman feels that her courage is seen, valued, and protected, she doesn't just give more, she gives deeper. She invests herself more fully. She shows you sides of her that remain hidden from the world. That is why it is so important to never belittle the act, to never make her feel like it's expected or demanded. Because the moment you do, you strip it of its meaning. You take something sacred and turn it into something cheap, and in doing so, you break the bond she trusted you with. But when you appreciate it, when you honor it, when you understand the depth of what it represents, you strengthen that bond. You create a cycle of intimacy that goes beyond the physical and touches the emotional and spiritual. Every time a woman gives you that part of herself, it's as if she's asking silently, do you see me? Do you value me? Do you understand what this means? And your response is not in words, it's in how you treat her before, during, and after. Do you make her feel cherished? Do you make her feel respected? Do you make her feel like the trust she placed in you was not wasted? Those answers determine whether that moment becomes just an act or whether it becomes a foundation for deeper connection. Because let's face it, anyone can share physical space, anyone can touch a body, but not everyone can be trusted with vulnerability. Not everyone can be trusted with openness. Not everyone can be trusted with the unspoken message that says, "I trust you enough to give you this." And that's why, when a woman does it, you should never mistake it for something ordinary. It is extraordinary, it is meaningful, it is layered with intention, with emotion, with trust. So, if a woman takes your P3NIS in her mouth, understand what it really means. It means she's not just sharing her body, she's sharing her vulnerability. She's not just engaging in pleasure, she's engaging in trust. She's not just giving a physical experience, she's giving you a piece of her emotional self. That's a weighty thing, that's a beautiful thing, and that's something that should never, ever be taken lightly. Would you like me to now expand key point 2 into another 900 word speech in the same style, so you'll have the full sequence piece by piece? If a woman takes that step, it reflects more than just an intimate act. It reflects respect and emotional reciprocity. In that moment, she is not only engaging with your body, but also extending an unspoken message. I value you enough to give this part of myself. Respect is woven into that decision, because no one willingly gives something that personal without holding the other person in a place of importance. It is a demonstration of care, of wanting to offer something beyond the ordinary, and in doing so, she silently expects something in return. Not necessarily the same action, but the same depth of regard, the same weight of appreciation. That reciprocity is crucial. Too often, acts like these are received without thought, as though they are owed, as though they are simply another step in physical intimacy. But that mindset cheapens the experience. Respect demands that you pause, recognize what is being given, and meet it with gratitude. A woman offering this level of closeness is saying, "I see you, and I want to show up for you." In return, she needs to feel through your actions that her gesture is not taken for granted. That is what reciprocity looks like, valuing her not just in the moment, but consistently in how you speak to her, how you protect her emotions, and how you honor her presence in your life. Respect here is not about dominance, and it is not about ownership. It is about acknowledgement. It is about seeing the act for what it is, a gift that comes from a place of trust. If you dismiss it, mock it, or demand it, you crush the very foundation it is built on. But if you handle it with maturity, appreciation, and tenderness, you elevate the experience to something sacred, something that strengthens the emotional fabric of your bond. Respect in intimacy means never taking advantage of her vulnerability, never turning her openness into something transactional, but instead showing her that what she has given is safe in your hands. The reciprocity comes in how you treat her after. It's not just about pleasure in the moment, it's about what lingers after the moment is gone. Do you make her feel seen? Do you remind her through your actions that her choice to give was not wasted? Do you create a space where she continues to feel valued? That's the cycle of respect and emotional giving. She invests in you, and you invest back into her. That balance is what keeps intimacy alive, because without reciprocity, one person ends up empty while the other simply takes. So when she goes that far, recognize the depth behind it. Respect her enough to cherish it, and give back in a way that assures her she is safe, loved, and appreciated. That's when intimacy becomes more than an act. It becomes a bond, a promise, and a connection that only grows stronger over time.